That's the spirit, Mrs. Dadman.
Yes.
You get the fever, you can't wait. Hey, welcome everybody, Dadman Walker 55 here. How are y'all today? We are rested and refreshed after quite a long day yesterday with, well, I'd say 3 battlefields. Well, one was really a placard with a sign at Port Gibson, followed by a wonderful surprise adventure at the Great Old Grand Gulf, which was awesome and unexpected. We got souvenirs. And then winding up at Vicksburg, where I even walked back in after we got escorted out a little bit. So, hey, it's all fun. Indeed.
Okay, we didn't get escorted for anything wrong.
Right, yeah.
The park closed to car traffic at 5 p.m. But you can walk. And Dadman was taking a picture of something, and the ranger kindly told us we had to leave. And then I kindly thanked the ranger because I was ready to leave.
Well, and the ranger was really nice. Actually answered my question, because I had a question of how you have the second Texas net, yet it was guarded by a bunch of Mississippians. But got the answer. It's all cool. And another adventure for another day today. Today is going to be mostly just driving.
Yes. We are going to go to, apparently it's a very famous chicken place in Memphis called, what was it, Uncle Jim's?
Uncle Lou's.
Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken. It's in Memphis, so that's about 3 hours away. So we are going to, I think that makes it less vibrating when I put those costs underneath it.
Okay. You're the technical expert,
So there's nobody here. We're just talking to the chat the people that will watch afterwards, maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll repeat ourselves. I'm good at repeating myself all the time anyway, so
I'm going to do another quick tweet that we are
live.
That we are live.
We got a few cattle over to the left. Not many.
No, we don't really need to give a play-by-play about everything that we see. There is a leaf. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that leaf that just went across the road?
There's a broken traffic cone on the left. Well, at this point, with just us, and we got to come up with things to yap about a little bit.
Not really.
But you know, it was a nice rest last night. Really slept hard. I got stuck on a couch, but it was okay. It was a comfy couch. So what was crazy though was the damn perfume crap that they had. That
it was like a freshener. It was like a freshener.
Oh my God! It came through into the common room where I was, and I started clogging up. 4 a.m. So, I see sort of was like their tweet out there. So, anyway, welcome folks. We're having fun. We want to see what today brings. We're past Yazoo City, I think. So, driving up to the great state of Mississippi right now. Just hanging out. I got a feeling this is going to be kind of just like it was 2 days ago, where it's just kind of a boring interstate, though. But it's never boring when you great people in the chat and the things that they come up with.
I need to let somebody know that that we're streaming.
Exactly. Well, they can.
Oh wait, somebody snorted boobas.
Hey, snorted
Wait,
boobas.
let me look. Get back to the chat here. Hello. How are you this morning? Oh, let me turn that down. Yes, we are on our way to Uncle Jim.
Uncle Lou's
Fried Chicken in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
And hello to you, Snorted Boobas. Good to see you as always. Who knows what kind of fun and adventures we'll come up with today. All kinds of comedy and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll have fun.
This is a big driving day.
Hope y'all enjoyed the tour of Vicksburg yesterday. Again, sorry that we kind of got surprised by the time constraints, but hopefully at least you got a good feel for the park, the layout, where things are positioned. Really the biggest thing was that stop number 9 with a fort on the high cliff that overlooked the Mississippi back then, but now it's part of that canal diversion program. So that was really amazing to see, how the dredging has a lot of impact.
What's the name of the place again? Uncle Lou's?
Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken. Apparently it's been on diners, dives, and drive-ins, or one of those shows on the Food Network channel, so yeah. But one of those type of things. Love business.
We probably won't stream us eating.
No. We'll take some pictures, maybe we'll do a short of the chicken.
Yes. I just was retweeting it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny when the other was I was running in front, trying to avoid that. But Yazoo County, yes, all right. The Big Black River. There was a battle along Big Black River. Something they told us about. I don't. They said it's basically a placard.
2 hours and 11 minutes to I-55 North,
Thank you,
Tennessee.
Siri.
It's ways.
Waze, thank you, Waze. But yeah, the back view of the truck, the butt view of the truck. There's our friend Rod Thunderhard. Yeah, talking about truck drivers out here today. So it's not a bad. This looks like a rough road, but it's really surprisingly not too bad.
We've been wanting to post I think we finally got the Grand Golf video live stream uploaded.
Yeah.
It took forever for it to process, and so now we're waiting for the Vicksburg one to get processed so that we can make it public.
Yeah, take a look at that Grand Gulf if you were not able to join yesterday, because especially if you like the Civil War, it was really interesting because, you know, as we showed on that one, basically your Vicksburg campaign, Grant was flustered at Vicksburg. They were being stymied, but so he made the move south and crossed over near Port Gibson, and first action in that area, then they moved up the Grand Gulf, and obviously the Confederates could not hold that position for long, being outnumbered, pulled back eventually to Vicksburg, and the rest is history from there. But Grand Gulf was really, really cool, which
I was just going to read some of the chat. Snorter Pippa said, did you get fed in jail?
Oh.
No. Yes, we're going to go. Fried chicken. I tell you, we found a restaurant that we really like called Raising Cane's, and they have these chicken tenders. They have got it perfected, and that's all they sell is chicken tenders. This one way, and their sauce is to die for. We've actually gone there twice. We've only been on vacation for 3 days. So and now we're going to go have fried chicken again.
I had the chicken tender sandwich there last night with the sauce, and I was left thinking they didn't put enough sauce on that sucker. Man,
should ask for an extra
I know, I will next time, but hey.
See, I would have taken the bread off, ordered an extra piece of garlic bread, and put the garlic bread between the chicken tenders.
Yeah, that could have been really good garlic bread.
Or just get a 3-piece and get an extra sauce and an extra piece of garlic bread, and
Gotcha.
a garlic bread chicken tenders. Yum, yum.
Well, the thing with Grand Gulf, we got an up-close view of the Mississippi River. I don't think we done a short with it, but we did end the video with that shot. Man, that Mississippi was moving. And the water was actually breaking right out in front of us.
You know, I got a video of it that we could post as a short and just put on the mighty Mississippi.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even have to say anything.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting too, on that road that we went down to the Mississippi itself, they also had a big sign going up like 60 feet in the air to mark where the Mississippi crested at the highest points in that area. One of it in 2011 had to be with a hurricane, about 57.1 feet. That was tall. That was high.
Very interesting.
It's very interesting to give it some context. So.
Thank you. Thank you for trying not to eat all the chicken. Yes, we know, we saw you all pass us. We got a couple people that are caravanning with us, and they drive much faster than we do. So we're lagging in behind them. We don't even know where they are. They're like gone. I don't even see them.
Well, that's good. That's okay. All right. Well, hey. Just trucking on along. Oh, man. Great old beautiful Mississippi. It's just interstate roads. Yes, that's what's so neat with the back roads that we did yesterday, coming up to the back roads. I'm glad we went to the forest. The Hippochito National Forest was really, really neat, seeing the small towns and all the other stuff like that. You know, broke up the drive. It was, you know, even though we had a few red lights, but you got some little small stores. And really interesting convenience stores, I would say. So it's
So Snorter Poopa said, just be glad I'm not there. All the chicken would be gone. But polar bears are known for their hearty appetites.
I would expect nothing less than that. We got to feed that bear too, you know. But I like eating also, so let's enjoy together.
Oh, where are we?
What's that?
I was looking, they were saying what mile marker they were on.
We're approaching 135.
Oh, so, yeah, they're a bit ahead of us.
Yeah. We're just, I got my cruise set. I'm at a good cruising speed. Everything's comfortable, and you know, it's all good. I've got the missus here, navigating, relaxing, just chilling.
Well, actually, I'm kind of following the chat more than navigating.
Well,
Navigating is go straight.
I don't know, getting out of Vicksburg last night. Huh? What a serious.
Yeah, I think we're close enough where we're good. This still is beautiful country, I think. Even though it's just trees. I mean, you know, when you're driving, I still think it's pretty.
It still looks better than I-10 in Florida, though. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's because it's new. It's not so bad, but
I heard there's many trees on I-10.
yeah, it's just, well, I don't know. They're different type of trees, I think. A lot of them gaps. But
See you
anyway,
later, Deb.
Bye. Take care. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's because we've never been here, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
Some new trees.
Yes. Trees with different leaves we've never seen before.
Make sure you hit that like button, everybody, if you come in. Thank y'all for being here.
Did I hit the like button? Yep, I did. Boy, your swimmer has 133 views.
Wow, I know.
That's something.
What surprised me though with the shorts we put the other day for the sports academy was that the Iron Bowl only had like 13 or 15
Yeah, it's
teams.
21 now.
That's
I think
21 now? I'm like, man. So, but the swimmer was a good one, especially the detail looking at the face of that thing. It's kind of cool.
yeah.
But all those monuments were really neat. The way they use gears, the metal,
The scrap metal.
the scrap metal. I mean, you saw the chains, you know, in the back of the baseball player. The head on the sprinter, you know, where they use like a wheel for the head and a helmet with the guard.
Yeah.
You know, that was really, really neat what they did with that.
Let's see, figure out we can look at chat again.
Yeah, Zoo City, folks.
Yeah, no, we're not almost there. We got a ways to go.
Now, this is going to be a long day. I'm sure we're going to have a morning stream, an afternoon stream, maybe even an evening stream today, because this is an 11 hour, just based on road times, is around 11 hours. That does not include food stops or
Potty
anything
breaks or
else.
gas.
Yeah.
We have to stop for gas at least 3 times.
Yeah.
150 miles we have, and then that's to the Tennessee Welcome Center, and then Uncle Lou's is not that far away from that, it says, so we'll see. I should just take a nap. You guys can hear me snore.
Well, you know what's interesting is I've been in Mississippi before. I've been in other states, but we'll be entering some new states for the
Hello,
first time.
Stunning.
Hey, Stunning. Welcome.
And Stunning says there is more to this journey than meets the eye.
Yes, absolutely. Good to see my friend. Thanks for coming in.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. This will be a great day conversation, especially if there's many of y'all come in the chat. We can talk, tell jokes, and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like share the ride.
This is a long day driving. We're driving 3 hours to Tennessee to eat at Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken in Memphis, and then we're driving 7 hours to somewhere. Kansas City, Missouri.
And I have been actually in Missouri once before. Well, we landed in the airport, remember?
Okay, yes.
In Vegas, and that so technically I've been in Missouri, but
I don't think that counts.
Okay.
I don't think that counts.
No, okay. So, oh man, we do need to watch the weather forecast though. I saw some in the Midwest thunderstorms. Always need to be careful of those.
I started, Stunning says, first says hello to Snort Poopus. Says hello to Snort. And he goes, I started writing a movie pitch last night. Might see about turning it into a series on the channel. That would be, actually, he does paint with paper. It's just amazing, some of his stuff. He cuts out, he makes the people and the furniture. He just did one where he did a replica of the Oval Office, all in paper. It is so cool. And Snorter Purpose is going to have a 48-piece chicken tenderloins when we get there.
There you go.
We'll order it for you. Have it shipped to you. It might be a little soggy when it gets there, but we'll try to get it overnighted. Packed on ice. Or no, it'd have to be not on ice, but put it in a little heat bag.
Be careful how you say put anything on ice these days.
Ice. Baby, ice.
Little red schoolhouse to the left, apparently somewhere. I wondered that's what's kind of weird. I wonder what qualifies as visitor attractions, tourist attractions. Like in Port Gibson, they had a walking tour, they had things marked up, but it's like, why? What were the criteria? Of course, where'd you get the information?
Stunning says he's trying to pitch a proper sequel to the Bumblebee movie because everything I'm seeing from the new movie looks to be going in the wrong direction. Well, go for it. Absolutely.
I actually like Bumblebee.
I get frustrated with people that all they do is complain and they do nothing to try to fix it. So, more power to you. 153 miles to Memphis. That's what the sign said.
All right, folks. Hey, share it out. Invite your neighbors, friends, dogs, cats, drunks, and all. Let them know we're streaming and just talking about Mississippi. Let's have some fun. We can joke as much as we can and make the road go by. Stunning, I guess, if you have work later. Thanks for coming by, at least. And Pippa's always glad to see you. Thanks for coming. Hopefully we have some more jokes today.
I'm kind of tired. Oh, I've started doing something. Oh, you got the day off. Cool.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you for spending some time with us. That's cool. I'm doing something because I'm crazy.
I didn't say that.
I am a collector, and I collect stupid things. Well, since we're going to a hotel every night, I'm collecting a pen, a writing pen, from every hotel that has its name on it. So when I'm done, we'll have 14 or 15 pens, and I'll line them. I think I might frame them or do something silly with them.
I was proud of myself with the stupid Lunette Redan pictures, but okay, that's kind of cool.
There's a dog just sitting on the side of the road. Oh, that's sad. It looks like somebody dropped him off, and he's sitting there waiting. Seriously. It's on that side. We can't get to him. I'd pick him up. I'm that kind of person. We'd have a new dog. Actually, we'd have to take it somewhere because all the hotels we're staying at wouldn't keep a dog. And we couldn't kennel it because we wouldn't know what shots it had.
I thought that said skate park, but it's state park 3 miles. I wonder if it's really a state park or if it's a town that's called state park.
My arm's still recovering, having to hold that gimbal for 3 hours. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that.
But again, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. That was interesting seeing Vicksburg. So, again, it is amazing when you look at how close the lines were to each other in spots.
Oh, he's talking history. Good night.
What's that? Listen to you. Yeah, I did like the Bumblebee movie setting. I thought it was good. I'd be interested to understand, and maybe next month we can talk. Next month that we can talk more about that, about what's concerning you. Being someone that's a Star Wars fan, yeah, I got all my concerns about whatever. So it'd be interesting to see ahead of time what concerns you have with what they're doing with it. So, because if you're getting wheelies ahead of time, then I'm sure there's something, you probably have good concerns, kind of like anybody getting concerned now with the Indiana Jones movie coming out.
Oh, that just looks so stupid.
Of course, why have one more movie of that franchise?
Like you can eat, I think, on that. I think one of the best things that I love the Young Indiana Jones series. That was really cool.
I've actually heard somebody talk about that, because if you brought that into the Indiana Jones stuff, we know how Indiana Jones ended. I guess they said he ended up old with an eye patch or something.
Yeah.
And things like that, and it's like, and in some ways, it's like the way Star Wars, it's like, this is where Indiana Jones ended up according to everything that had been laid out. And now they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yes, a Stormtrooper said he looked at some maps that showed how much the Mississippi's course has changed at Vicksburg since 1863. The big hairpin S-turn is gone now.
Yes.
Yes, they actually don't call it the Mississippi that you see from Vicksburg now. It's now called Yazoo something.
Yazoo redevelopment or redirection.
Wait, let me look and see what it says.
Yes, it does say that on the map. Well, good, Stormtroopers. I'm glad you took an interest in that. Looked into it.
They showed the Mississippi River in 1863. The Yazoo River Diversion, what it's called now, because the Mississippi now veers to the left.
Yeah, well away from it.
So very interesting. Yes.
Because with where that particular emplacement was, it would not command anything of the Mississippi River now. Too far away. So.
And seen the Mississippi River when I saw that, and when I read that, I was like, oh darn. So I was really excited that I actually saw the Mississippi River this time, but it's now the Mississippi River. And Stunning says about the movie, let me go because this is a long one. He says, yeah, it gets weird because Bumblebee was originally meant to be a prequel to the Michael Bay films. However, after they lost money on the fifth movie, they went in the direction to turn it into a reboot. However, it seems like they're trying to reconnect this new movie with the Bay films when it's supposed to be a sequel to Bumblebee.
So were you a fan of the Bay films or not? I mean, not knowing, I was okay with them and stuff, but, you know, being somebody that really is in the lore and the other stuff, you know, what did you think? Did you like the Michael Bay? Was it over the top? Was it, you know, did it keep the spirit of the Transformers? There was only one movie that I did not like, and well, I watched and all that, but the one where they got the mouthy ass robots, one thing, that was a little bit like,
He says no, whatever. I can't remember.
Did not like the Bay films. Okay, I'm not surprised. I just remember there's one when the two little robots were supposed to be, or Transformers were supposed to be like funny, and they really were just trash talking all the time. And it really came off flat, you know.
I think I only really liked the first one.
But anything when you got that one actor in it, it's like it's easy to not like it eventually.
But I liked the first one.
Well, I mean all the others with him in it, so but yeah.
Well, I don't think it had. I didn't like it because he was in it. I liked the first one. Didn't like the other ones because I didn't think they were good.
I did like the Optimus Prime voice, though. The guy that did that, I thought that was a good voice for Optimus Prime.
I can overlook the actors if they do good care, if they can act. Unless they do something, you know, really heinous, and then.
Well.
But you know, but just
it's like
just being an asshole. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch you.
Well, it's hard for me. Like anything with Alec in it, that like when they made him Colonel Jimmy Doolittle, my blood boiled. But you know, you got to have Jimmy Doolittle in those scenes that they did with it. It's like being portrayed by him. That's like Henry Fonda as Admiral Nimitz in the 76 Midway movie, which a lot of people trash though for historical accuracy. But but still, there's some good actors over time that played good quality roles.
Yeah. Stunning goes. There's some things I liked because they did bring. Because they did bring back Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, and voice acting overall was good, but the story wasn't very good. Gotcha. I was trying to think, there was something I watched and it just had all this hype and how it was just so wonderful and fantastic and la la la. And I watched it and I'm like, I don't get it. Well, Brian Hepburn says good morning. We say hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Brian Hepburn, and congratulations to you and to Buddy for his accomplishment. I hope y'all had fun last night. I might have been sawing logs while y'all were partying, so.
Oh, I'm sure I was.
I will say the weather's been great. I mean, this morning was really cool. Last night was very comfortable, but it did get warm yesterday out in southern Mississippi. So.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Snorter Pippa says, I hated the movie Pearl Harbor. Alden pretending to be Jimmy Doolittle was just the cream of the crap.
Yeah.
And then
damn straight.
And then Stunning goes and they and Stunning says and they really wasted a lot of really good characters They should have had larger roles in the story, but the main issue is the human characters took center stage and the robots played second fiddle.
Ooh, which way do we go, Mrs.? Do we go more with Snort Pumas, or we talk those movies? Oh, like
Talk about
Stunning. Okay, well, let's go to Stunnings first there. Yes, like the Godzilla, the kaiju movies. You know, Godzilla, the recent movies, they call them, or God forbid if the humans didn't shut the hell up and you focus on the
Oh
monsters.
gosh, there was one where I did.
It was the Godzilla one where you wanted the girl to just like get evaporated.
It's like, no, please die.
Yes.
Just
please.
get out of the movie. I'm
And
so
the parents
tired.
were so bad. It was like, go Godzilla.
Yeah, I just wanted Godzilla to eat everyone.
Exactly. Like, yay.
And,
Or that one movie where the kid and the other people, yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and talk. I'm
Where
going
the
to talk
kid,
to our
the
youngest.
kid and the other people were like, all of a sudden in
Hello?
1 minute in the Western Hemisphere, then all of a sudden
That's okay.
on the
I
other
can
side of the
help.
world in China or something, just like
I was just
magically
talking
teleported.
in syllables. Okay?
It was really, really crazy. So, I mean,
Good morning.
those
How
movies
are
were
you
kind of
today?
frustrating to watch. You know, I'm willing to suspend some believability at some point, but sometimes you can get too
Okay, well, that's
unbelievable.
fine.
But then again, you know, what's the point of a kaiju movie or monster movie when all you keep
I'll
is the
send
human
you a
drama?
picture of
We
their
don't need the
lunch.
human drama. We want to see the monsters. The monsters are the star of the show. You know, like Pacific Rim. I like Pacific Rim, but you know, they started doing a lot of stuff with the
Oh, that
people and the
sounds
humans.
good.
Like, let's get to the monsters, you know. And like that with Transformers, I can understand it. Let's get to the Transformers, you know. And I don't understand if you felt that
Did you
way.
use some
I thought they
relish?
focused too much on the human military part of it, trying like they needed the humans to help them fight, you know. Or maybe it was more the message of the humans and the Transformers coming together to fight the Decepticons.
Excellent.
I don't know, but it seemed like they put too much of a human importance on it. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a good old Transformers to have Transformers. But yeah, good point with that. It happens in so many different genres. You know, we gotta have humans. You know.
Okay, and let me catch up on the chat. Brian Peppern says, I've got 11 kids still passed out in the front room, LOL. It's just turning 7 a.m.
Huh.
And he says, hello to Snortopus. And then Stunning continues with, not that humans can't be or shouldn't be in the movies, because the human-robot connection has always been an important part of the franchise since the beginning.
Right.
But the humans shouldn't be the driving force with the story. The robot should have been.
Agree.
And then Brian says, the average kaiju to human ratio tends to be more human, even on the older films.
Yeah.
Having sucky humans is more the issue
Yes.
with the newer ones for me.
Agree. Because like the old Godzilla, you know, they had the human, and that's a very valid point. But I'm not being as clear. But yeah, like you said, the sucky. It's like the more modern, the suckier the humans get.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before they were there and all, but it was just like they were just still in the background. But now the actresses takes, you know, the focus just somehow becomes them and the human interest stories.
And Angelo sent 3 emojis, which I don't really know what they're, little red people. It looks like they're really tired. And says, why is it so early? I know, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. And the Brian says, you know, basketball is just about over. ESPN has Dak and the Cowboys, one of the lead stories.
Why? I'm a Cowboy fan, but why?
And then
he just chokes again. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on. Okay.
And then Stunning says, oh yeah, and they totally nerfed the Transformers because human weapons in the original were useless against the Transformers, but in the movies, human weapons could do damage to them, which is lame.
Right. I don't know.
Well, aren't the Transformers, I mean, obviously they're aliens and they've got alien tech, right?
Right.
So our weapons should be able to.
But like what I was saying, and the point like he's making right there, in the first one though, humans were just as, you know, a bit able to destroy Decepticons as the Transformers were, and it was like, why, you know, it really.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, and it took the focus off of the Transformers because, hey, well, all this, because the humans could fight too. We found a way to destroy the Decepticons, and it took it off of it being Decepticons, Transformers, as the real fighting. So.
I just dropped the phone, guys, up there. I picked it back up.
Hey, let's just drop the right phone.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I haven't done a face reveal today. Okay, Hank, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Oh, little heart. It looks like a hand holding heart emojis. Oh, love you. And then Stunning goes, like in the IDW comics, it literally only took a day for the Decepticons to conquer the United States after teleporting the Autobots off the Earth. After they teleported the Autobots off the Earth.
Right.
Then everyone's saying bye to Aang. Right now we have 5 people with us.
Well, thank you, folks.
Hit the like button if you haven't.
Share it out, tweet it out, whatever you do. Appreciate y'all hanging with us and talking some good stuff here. Yeah, and I do agree, Brian. The clarification, I appreciate that because it's been the suckier humans lately. Because that's what makes like those Japanese Godzilla movies and stuff. You always had the human involved, Ultraman, all those shits. You did have the humans around, but it's just for some reason, whether it's from Matthew Broderick, Godzilla to the recent ones, it's just like you start to, it's like you want Godzilla to destroy the humans.
Well, you always, I think part of the whole thing is the dynamic between the human race. I mean, because it's sometimes, we couldn't really relate to a movie a lot, I don't think, if humans weren't in it, because that's who we are. You know what I mean? Or some kind of human. We're back, guys.
Thank you for your patience. Like I was saying, it was one of the greatest human things with the aliens was, you remember in Independence Day when the aliens finally attacked, and then the loud, I swear, a big cheer went out when DC got
Oh, and he also said they also didn't do much with the Dinobots when they brought them in for the 4th movie. I didn't even watch the 4th movie. They didn't have speaking roles.
Well, it's like they just, it's like, I think a lot of happens with movies is they end up trying to do so much with so many things, they end up not doing one thing right. And they just throw it in there and they say they didn't, and it doesn't get the attention it deserves. It's kind of like what had me with Walking Dead in the final seasons. It was just like, you got people that you cared about that you did the whole line through, but they kept spending all the time on all these other people.
Well, I didn't mind them killing off some of the people, that we cared about, because I think it kind of, but it got so convoluted, I didn't give a shit about any of them. And what was that one movie that we wanted the people we recently saw, and I truly didn't care about any of the characters?
Oh, was it Ant-Man and Wasp?
Oh yeah, it was Ant-Man and Wasp Lady, or whatever it's called. Oh, I hated that movie.
We like Cocaine Bear a lot better.
Cocaine Bear, I cared about the people. I cared about the bears.
Yeah.
The little cubby bears. Oh my gosh. Spoiler alert. They were adorable. But yeah.
They got so full of white stuff they were called polar bears.
Yeah, there was nothing more cuter than a stoned little cub grizzly bear. But yeah, I want to care about the characters, and if I can't care about the characters, I don't. And even if they're the bad guys, I just want to have some feeling. You want to hate them, and I think that I don't mind having a movie that is really heavy on a bad character, where you get that emotion, like you kind of hate them. And well, you do hate them, but that's the the theme of it. But sometimes they have movies with just bad characters, bad guys or evil characters, but you don't care. You don't just don't care about any of them. So.
I know. Well, to sort of Pucas's point, when we were talking about Pearl Harbor, yeah, I have a problem with some actors playing certain roles, and it's just like, it does grind your gears a bit. It's like, why? I will say, I did, in the last Midway movie, I had problems with Woody Harrelson as Admiral Nimitz. There just was something wrong with it, but in the end he did okay with it, but it wasn't like Alec Baldwin playing anything you like or respect. It's like,
Stunning goes, they have told stories with the Transformers without humans before because the robots had human feelings and emotions and personality that made them relatable and likable. I agree with you totally. I mean, I could watch, like I said, and I'm going to say this is, I'm going back to Cocaine Bear. Those bears had personalities. You know, not like Transformers, but they had personalities, and you had feelings for them. You had concerns for them. Yes, it was a stupid movie, but but Ant-Man and Wasp Lady, whatever, I could care less about any of them. And then Stunning goes on to say, in the old cartoons, it was very simple with the humans, with the human cast. It was a story about a father and his son going on an adventure with robots.
and when was that?
In the old cartoons.
See, and which I kind of wonder if they tried to do that with Sam Witke, that whole thing with him and his dad in some way in the movies, but it was like different and definitely completely odd. Because you had his dad there a lot, but it didn't feel like a father and son adventure. It was just like the kid got in the car and then the dad just happened to be there for the ride, be the comic relief. But yeah, that would be a good plot, And if they tried to make movies more within that realm, bringing back what there was, it could be stunning. But I think part of the problem is too, a lot of times these directors want to put their own spin on it, their own take, their own interpretation, instead of just, it's like when people say there's no source material. Well, there's source material, but you just don't want it. Now, I do believe that you've got to be careful. If you made everything exactly the same as pre-existing stuff, it could get boring for people. I mean, like one of the things I've said with the expanded universe, Star Wars, was that, if you took all the novels and stuff that came out and you made them just like the books, it could get boring. It could get stagnant, but there are some ways you can do stuff a little bit different, maybe change some places. You could introduce a few characters, but you need to stay with them within the realm of, the whole universe, what the spirit and the intent is. I think those type of things, but you've got to, still respect where it came from, and not take a Palpatine and make him a Skywalker just because you said so. Did I say that? Sorry about that. I'm rampaging on that again. But it's a good point there. It's stunning. And I like hearing about what I don't know about things like Transformers and other universes. So, but yeah, and I'm going to go back to what we talked about, like I talked about 1976 Midway movie with certain actors. Those actors, even though they were not the best politically necessarily, they still had a modicum of respect and stuff that you didn't turn your nose when they played a role. Well, I've never liked Jane Fonda, never will, but that goes without saying. So yeah.
Snorter Memphis Snuffles. And then Snorter Memphis said Henry Fonda played Nimitz in 2 movies. The first Midway movie and an early movie called In Harm's Way, but he was credited as playing Sinpak too. capital letters C-I-N-C.
Sing that, yeah. Sing that.
Sing that.
Yeah, Central Pacific Command, yeah.
And then Sunning says the parents were annoying in the movies. And the father character of the cartoon actually served the purpose because he would help repair some of the damaged Autobots because he was a mechanic.
Yeah. And it wasn't just a goof-off father, you know. And in the movie, the father was like the butt of the joke. So yeah, exactly. Like that. Now we can talk Midway movie too, sort of purpose too, because it's funny. As more as I learn and research more, that there's other accounts. I've read a book called Shattered Sword, which, you know, there's a lot of debate with some of the stuff that Midway movie had, and a lot of the history that we've had from Midway over the years and stuff based on like actual archival information from Japan and stuff.
Well, we could also
there's a lot.
Any movie, even if it's historical, there is going to be a creative license done because at the end of the day, they want to make money.
Yeah, but I will tell you in this case, and that's because what I've learned is that too, you know, there was the big Fuchida was the Japanese air commander. Was at Pearl Harbor, was at Midway too, but he wrote a book, and then basically the 5 minutes were faithful. That basically based on they were ready about to launch an attack on American carriers, and then boom, bad luck. Well, you know, there's cases that the flight logs did not show them launching. There's a lot of other documentation that say that couldn't have happened. That wasn't true, and even the Japanese historians knew back in the 70s it was not true. But you know, that's what the common history after the time became, and it was accepted for 50 years. And they're understanding and researching more and coming up with new information based on a lot of things like archival documentation and stuff. One of the things that because like in Midway, they showed the plane start to take off when the American dive bombers attacked, and that was part of that narrative that had been continued and went on. But you know, they with the flight logs, they showed. One of the other pictures things is photographic evidence. I remember as a kid reading a book. I had this book about Midway that I read the crap off that thing.
We still have that book. It's a little paperback.
Yes.
Yep, we have it somewhere. I saw. I've kept it.
There is a picture in it where it shows basically a shot, and I think it could have been in the Kaga or Kagi, one of them. But basically, you didn't see planes on deck. You had basically had you know, one, maybe two planes if you saw them on deck, which you would have thought if they were about to launch, you would have seen multiple planes on it. So there's a lot of debate and stuff. So sort of purpose, if you like a good, thick book on history, Shattered...
He commented, I didn't get to it yet, he says Shattered Swords is a great book. I wish they'd make it into an audio book. And he's also not fond of DeFontis either. So.
I got you too. Sort of purpose, John Parshaw is his name, is the historian that was one of the two that wrote that book. If you look at Dracfanel and Unauthorized History of the Pacific War, he's made a number of appearances on there about the Battle of Midway, talking. So if you look up some of those podcasts, some of those channels, you can find some good parts where he was interviewed about the book and has talked about the battles and stuff like that too. With some of that stuff in much better detail. Because I was proud that I read it was a 400-page book. And folks, this is how I don't read well, don't read a lot, but it is almost a 400-page book of narrative with about 250 pages of reference material.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how well documented that was. So yeah.
Snorter Paper says the planes were all in the hangar decks with their fuel and ordnance. The bombs landed in just the right place.
Yep, exactly. And you know, one of the things that they talked about the trade problems been is getting American historians to get over into the Japanese archives and to translate. The cost of translating that stuff is ridiculous. It's very expensive to translate.
Well, and also the Japanese language is very
Mississippi State University.
is a very difficult language to translate because they can, one symbol can mean multiple things, and there's nuances, and they have symbols for things that we have no words for.
Yeah, flight records. Hey, yeah, absolutely, exactly. You got to be able to interpret it. So,
but you got to interpret it correctly.
Yes,
that's the thing, and that's the hard part because you could, if there's a symbol that means 4 different words, and they've got subtle differences, you gotta. It's just very difficult.
I just got distracted by something. To the left is Mississippi Valley State. To the right is Mississippi State University. I was wondering if we're close to Starkville, Mississippi.
I don't know.
Could you check real quick? I know. Okay. Because I'm like, oh my gosh. We actually went on the campus of LSU the other day. Got some pictures and.
Oh shoot! I just hung up. I just turned off YouTube.
It's okay. We got a few people with us right now. We'll catch up. But yeah, it was interesting because it's like if I could find Starkville, Mississippi, right off the road, I'd say, let's go by. But that'd be 4 SEC campuses I would be at. And the best of all of them is the University of Georgia.
It's pretty.
It is beautiful. So, hometown. So, well, the sign didn't say Starkville, so I'm wondering if that's like a Mississippi State University type of branch thing.
Right.
I did not see Starkville itself. Because if you want cowbell, you go to Starkville, Mississippi.
Oh, is that the cowbell place?
Yeah, that's a cowbell place. Yeah.
How much further do we have to drive? We have 100 miles.
Is that till the rest area?
Yes.
All right.
Mrs. is signing off for a second, closing her eyes.
I'm going to try to get around these trucks. I don't like being behind them. It's awful close. I don't like staying in a blind spot. So. But yeah, this interstate's not been bad. This part's been kind of smooth, which is good. Get up here and beyond it. Somebody else read that book, because I tell you, that was one heck of a book, though. You know, it's just something when you see a book with 250 pages of reference material. I mean, it really shows that they do care and their attention to detail. And I'm passing the 55. Yeah. Well, I try to not stay in the truck's blind spots because it's not a good area to be. And also out the alligator trails and stuff like that. You never know when they decide to swing crap off. And we were actually in the parking lot last night. There was a work truck that had a crane that my brother-in-law noticed a chunk, like not only was the back tire balding and beyond bald, it had a chunk gouged out of the tread and onto the sidewall a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, you know, do not check your trucks for safety, but then again, I'm sure that that's like my brother-in-law said, they just run them and blow and then they just replace it. So which means if somebody else gets to pick up the tread on the road, or if that hits your car. Different streams as time goes. I know this will be less tired later. We'll probably take turns driving. Just kind of help share the load, but hey, it'll be interesting. Some of the places that we end up going and see how heavy traffic is. We're always watching weather and traffic conditions for whether we stream or not, because if it's not safe, we're not going to do it. But here on the open roads, it's good. No traffic. We're here among friends. If y'all got something y'all want to talk about, throw it out there. We'll have fun. We'll chat with it. We're just enjoying the scenery. That's beautiful. But I'm curious to see what Missouri looks like and some of the other places that we're going to come up to. Well, I tell you what, Snort Poop is, that's it. When Mrs. gets to stop, Mrs. does get to stop whenever there's a yard sale or garage sale. If we find a Goodwill thrift store, that's definitely the place for the missus. We actually were near one the other night, but it was last night, but it was closed when we were by there. So, yeah. She got excited, but it was closed. Oh my gosh, no, Stanley. No. The gas station urge stays at Fortnite completely. Only there. Oh, we're approaching Duck Hill. Alright. In Carroll County. Now, you know, there was the talking about being Mississippi and counties and going back a little bit of history. There was a movie, I would say, The Free County of Jones. I can't remember if it was McConaughey or Bell or one of those that played in it. That basically was about the story about Jones County, Mississippi, where it was one county that voted not to secede from the Union, and basically, they become a lot of guerrilla warfare against the Southern forces. Over the years, they voted not to. They were the only county in Mississippi that voted not to secede. And as the story goes, as I read it, was they voted not to secede, and the guy that was elected to go to the state house to vote on the secession issue got scared and felt so pressured that he did not vote the way the county wanted, and voted with everybody else to secede. So it was unanimous, but he never returned home. He just stayed away. He knew not to go home once he didn't vote the way the county wanted to go. So, and they made a movie. Obviously some historical license and stuff like that. But a lot of it was similar to the history of the story of the main character is based on. So it was actually not a bad movie. It was very interesting. Apparently, our good friend Braxton Bragg had to keep sending forces down there from Tennessee. Jeez. Mr. Eyebrows. got to watch it and understand. It probably isn't very historical in many cases. Well, like the Battle of Midway, we'll talk about that. The new one that came out a couple years ago. The volume of ACAC fire was just beyond ridiculous, and explosions everywhere. It's like, granted, they're ACAC can be a lot, very thick and all this other stuff, but it was just like, or the bombs can do a lot more explosions in the movies than in real life. Although they're powerful explosions in real life, but it just seems like it all gets ramped up when Hollywood produces it for that effect on the screen. Yeah, but I had a problem with that movie because of that too. They, just did not seem reasonable, the amount of damage. And I tell you, if you understand if you're a real student of history, you understand the Japanese anti-aircraft was not that thick as the movie portrayed it. They had a different philosophy for organizing their carriers and carrying defense and stuff than the American forces did. Now, as the war progressed, the Americans with technology, they were able to produce between the cruisers, destroyers, an ungodly amount of ACAC up there, to protect the carriers in most cases. But yeah, it's fun when they get crazy with it. Another thing, and I know it was partial that I mentioned about Dick Best, who was bombing, I think scouting Squadron 6, but broke off the attack at Kagi. In that movie, they talked about how he was kind of like a cowboy type guy, the stunt, but he described that was not the man in real life. So it's very, very interesting to hear him talk about that movie specifically, and to hear the historians talking about some of the movies, whether it's the 76 Midway or even the more recent Midway. So talk about all the other stuff, the fictional stuff, but hey, even the quote historical stuff has a lot of, I don't know, embellishment to it, changes, enhancements. Yeah. So Lucas said, old eyebrows, if he looks to kill, he would win every battle. Yes, he would. He would, except against Nathan Bedford Forrest. And I do not remember, I think it was after the Battle of Chattanooga, and I think it's when he lost Chattanooga, that Forrest basically told him he'd never serve for him again and threatened to kill him if he ever gave him another order, and wanted to transfer, and Bragg signed his transfer immediately. So Bragg was Bragg. It was very interesting, but you know what? He kept being put in charge all the time throughout the war, wherever it was. It just, personally, I thought Joseph E. Johnston got a raw deal being out of it, but I've had an argument with a history friend of mine that thought he was incompetent, but I just thought Johnston was a better defensive commander. I thought he knew what he was dealing with, and I appreciated, the advantages that the North had and terrain differences and stuff that, of course he was fighting a defensive war to preserve his force, but that's a battle for historians on that. I like Johnston, but the politicians did not, But then we saw what happened in place of John Bell Hood, and what was left of the Army of Tennessee just completely got, well, if it wasn't just at Franklin, then the attack on Nashville helped further decimate what was left. So, Sort of said they overdid the AA fire. Notable lack of American fighters, yeah. Tried to cram too much in the movies, instead of sticking to Midway. Yeah, exactly. I did like what they tried to do, though. They did try to bring in Coral Sea, which I think you do. I think tying in Coral Sea is good with Midway because it does connect the two. They are sort of related because you see at Coral Sea what happens with the Suikaku and Shokaku, two carriers that were not at Midway because one was damaged and the other had it lost most of its air crews. So it did affect Midway, but yeah, I do remember that. That's what I thought like Pearl Harbor when they threw the Doolittle raid into. It just seemed like it went way, it just overloaded on the heavy stuff because there's only so much that you can do and do right without, because at some point you're just glossing over a lot of very important information with it, so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I see the quotes for people. I'll get to it in just a minute. If we can. Bragg there's a lot that's said about Bragg, so definitely interesting. You can definitely see a lot of stuff with Civil War generals and personalities and stuff like that. I mean, like we saw last night with John C. Pemberton, the commander of the Confederate garrison at Vicksburg. Northerner and married a Southerner, not completely trusted by the South, then reviled by the Northerners. And then you had George A. Thomas, who was, I believe, a Virginian, who obviously, to me, was one of the underrated Union commanders. Always effective, always in the right spot at the right time. It seems like the Rock of Chickamauga. And, it was a Southerner that stayed loyal to the Union, so. Alright, Delta State University, another university here in Mississippi, so. Man, it would have been nice to have been actually close to, it would have been nice to have been close to, Starkville to maybe get something there. I've been to 3 SEC football stadiums now. That would be good to have that before. That might be some road trip I ought to try one time. Go visit all the SEC football stadiums. What do you think? That might be a fun trip. Oh wow. I think we're starting to, I don't know, it seems like we're starting to get a little more hilly now. Ground in Mississippi, right? Yeah. Which means, going into Tennessee, we're definitely going to be going up some in elevation now as we get closer to it, so. Talk about beautiful drives. Tennessee, Kentucky really are places of beautiful drives, so. Seems like it's going on forever and ever and ever. Paper Mill Road. Hitchhikers on the road back in the 70s and 80s, a lot more than you do now. Of course, it was always like a common thing to happen back then. But be careful, don't do it nowadays, so. Yeah, I like that quote sort of purpose. Yeah, my God, General Bragg, you quarrel with every officer in the army, now you're quarreling with yourself. That's always a great great thing is like you sit here and you have it. It's one thing talking to yourself, but then having a debate with yourself, or asking yourself a question, then you're answering your own question. File requisitions in the morning, afternoon, turn them down, and then complain against yourself. Yeah. He was probably very good on the administrative and side of the job, but really don't really. Administrative and supply is good for your generals, but you really, at the end of the day, you want a general that knows how to fight and win a battle, not win paperwork. That reminds me of that stupid Heartbreak Ridge. Talking about movies, folks. Hey, Heartbreak Ridge, I love that movie. The Major, or Colonel Powers. Was it Major Powers? But yeah, he was, he used to be in supply. Going to go buy the book and all that. And then it's like, we got one of the great headlines of, CF, Like, yeah. What? The situation. Glad your paperwork's in process, and I's dotted, T's crossed. That's nice, but hey. That was a great movie, full of a lot of quotes and a lot of good stuff out of it. So, hey, we got 5 of y'all watching. Thank you for everybody being here. Feel free to chat away if there's something you want to talk about. We've been talking about some movies, Transformers, Kaiju, some Midway, some history. We're just driving through Mississippi right now, taking our time, and I'm, just appreciate the company. And it's a big long day for us today. It's a big drive day today, so we're enjoying the company, enjoying the scenery, and let's back off here and just wait to see where. 85 miles to Memphis, so we only got about an hour to Memphis.
Mr. Bragg, you have quarreled with every officer in the Army, and now you're quarreling with yourself.
That is a very famous quote about Braxton Bragg.
He had 2 jobs at one point. In the morning, he would file requisitions, and in the afternoon, he would turn them down. The file complaints against him for turning, and then file complaints against him for turning down his own requests.
Still like
leftover pizza and chicken for breakfast.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. We had breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm falling asleep. And
Really because of having breakfast. So.
this is almonds, cashews, raisins, M&Ms.
Wow. Have some peanut butter crackers real quick. It's closed. Those trail mix were really good. I had some yesterday. Thank you. I should have asked you to give me some tea. Oh, you're back.
This is our pre-snack before lunch.
Yay. Okay, thank you.
No, I dropped this one.
Great golf nap.
No, we cannot forget when we get to the national parks to do the stamps.
Yes, exactly. This is called a stamp book for national parks.
It's like passports.
Passports, yeah. Apparently they had the word, what was it, the cancellations.
They call them, they're can't like cancellation things like they look like on cancellation stamps like on letters.
Or letters, yeah.
And that's what they used to call them, but now they just call them stamps. But it's neat because it has the dates on it, and like cancellation stamps, it has the location. So I think it's a neat idea.
Well, what did they say why they went away from the word cancellation?
Just people just started calling them stickers.
Okay.
I don't know if people got confused or.
Gotcha. We're about an hour from Memphis, just to let you know. Yes. Is that still cold? Oh wow, that is damn cold. The ice is keeping that thing nice and that cooler.
Books don't taste good.
Let's see. Yeah, it tastes good. Yep. Some more tonight. Thank you. All right.
Hear us chewing.
What's that?
I said we're chewing. Studying says Chips Ahoy's and Dad's cookies are the best. Are Dad's a brand? Or are they your father's? It's Lord of Purpose. Says all of this reminds me of I need to go to Publix and get some nummies for the next couple of days. Have fun driving and enjoy the chicken. Well, thank you for stopping by, Sort of Purpose. We appreciate it. And have fun shopping.
Yep, I'll see you later.
Oh, there's a cookie brand in Canada. Stunning. It says
Oh, okay.
Dad's. We have like Mrs. Fields. There's a brand of cookies. I get where I don't like a lot of the store-bought cookies because they use lard or something, and the taste, I just don't like the taste of it.
Hey, it's today Friday.
I don't know. Yes, Dad did want to share, Sonny. He says, I guess Dad didn't want to share. I don't know what's the day today. What day of the week is it? Is it Friday?
Yeah, it is Friday.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. We've been on the road 3 days. Left Tuesday. Damn. Yesterday was a blur.
Toba Creek. We should have talking points when we get on. We have nothing to say.
Well, we
Just enjoy.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's kind of just go with the flow. Especially when you have chat.
So what type of cookie is your favorite, Stunning? Or anyone else in the chat? What, not brand, but type, like chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, peanut butter, or snickerdoodles, or whatever, or something else. Oh, hello, how's that?
Hello.
Says, been looking for a while, had over 19 messages to deal with.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that could be fun. So what are your guys' favorite type of cookie? Not brand, but type. I like chocolate chip cookies that are crispy, that they've kind of melted, where you can see the chocolate chip humps on the cookie, and the outsides are really crispy. That's my favorite cookie. And I like it the best when it's warm. But I'll eat that type of chocolate chip cookie all the time. I'm not a big fan of the cakey chocolate chip cookies.
Give me a good oatmeal raisin. And if it's warm, yeah. Like a fresh, warm oatmeal raisin.
Gourd pain kosher steak tart. Thumbs up. And a smiley face with the oatmeal cookies.
Absolutely.
Stunning. It says normally chocolate chip. Although this new place that just opened up where they make very fancy cookies is starting to win me over there with strawberry shortcake cookies. Oh my goodness.
Well, what's that place, Insomnia Cookies that we have? I hate paying that prices for it because, I mean, cookies
They're
are
like
cookies.
$3 a cookie.
I mean, but I will say they are good, but I still have sticker shock good.
But they have basic kind of cookie flavors. They don't have any crazy ones. They have like
I know,
mint
but
chocolate chip.
The price is what gets me, but they are very good
Oatmeal.
cookies. They are very good cookies.
And strawberry. Do the strawberry shortcake cookies have frosting on top of them, like some kind of a frosting? Are they soft? I'm assuming they're kind of soft. Strawberry shortcake ice cream is better than the cookies, Belzin said. Mom used to make, Stunning says, Mom used to make ginger snap cookies were the best growing up. You know, ginger snap cookies are good. I forgot about them, especially when they just came out of the oven. I think any homemade cookie are the best when they just come out of the oven.
Those are hard, but there used to be the branded ginger snaps. You remember they were in the small boxes? They don't have those anymore, do they?
I think they do. Ginger snaps is one of my sister's favorite cookies. One of my sister's favorite cookies. The youngest.
Yeah, I like that kind of thing too.
Or it says the strawberry shortcake cookie is a big ass cookie with whipped cream and strawberries on top. Oh my god. So that makes you wonder, is that really a cookie when they put all the stuff on top of it? That's a debate. Or does it become something else? I mean, I can see a cookie with like just frosting on top. But when you start putting all the other stuff on, is it really still considered a cookie? Cake and a cookie.
I don't know.
Theme Park Casual says hello. Hey, Theme Park Casual.
Hey, welcome. Glad you're here. We're in Mississippi, headed to Tennessee.
We're going to Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken
Memphis.
in Memphis on our way to where?
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Today's a driving day.
Yeah. 11 hours of road fun.
It's still a cookie. It just has a lot of toppings. But does that still?
Yeah,
But does that still make? Does that make it a cookie?
but the base of it is still a cookie.
Yes. But it's
A great cookie debate. Yes.
oh, stunning. Said, you tell me. Oh, he sent a link. Well, let me look at the picture.
Theme Park, if you're still here, we're talking cookies right now. What's your favorite type of cookie? And anybody else that's out in the chat, jump in on the cookie debate.
Okay, see now that looks like a cookie. But that looks? Oh my goodness, that looks good. Oh, I see. It's not too bad. I thought it was like a big dollop of. Oh yes, I would consider that a cookie because there's not a lot. It's like they put frosting on top of it, and then I was thinking more. I've heard of crumble cookie. We have 59 miles.
Yay.
Oh, let me find. I've lost the chat here. Where did it go? I had Twitter up.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me see. Let me get back on here. Okay. But now you see how they put the frosting on some of those stunning? Is it like that, or is it like a big dollop? You know, like, is it tall, or is it more just like they do it like frosting and they put strawberries on top of it? Because I would still consider that a cookie, because you can't have frosted cookies. I was thinking more it's like they had the cookie on a plate, and then it's like putting a humongous scoop of ice cream on top of it. I don't consider that necessarily a cookie anymore. It's an ice cream sandwich at that point.
Oh, no, all I know is I like when Theme Park Casual starts posting food pictures.
So crumble cookies are good, which is the name of the company, but they change them every week, so you can't always get the one you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be painful.
Yeah.
And Theme Park Casual, let's see. I skipped some shit. Let me get back up here. Theme Park Casual said, nice. He says, I'll be in Knott's this afternoon.
Awesome.
Very nice. And he says, I'm a classic guy chocolate chip cookie. But, chocolate chip cookie, do you like them cakey or do you like them crispy? I like, chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. But I like them where, I think you use softened butter when you cook it, depending on how you do the butter. They come out differently. I like them where they're crispy, thin and crispy, where it's almost like well, it isn't like it. You can see the chocolate chips poking out. Yeah, I know that seems weird. Those are my favorite. The way I like chocolate chip cookies. Some people like them more cakey.
I'm kind of confused about cakey. You mean
Like
soft and mushy? When they bend?
yeah.
I love a cookie that won't bend. I like a bendy cookie. I don't like the hard crunchy.
But you know how I make chocolate chip cookies? That's how I make them. I don't make them all.
I like a good cookie that bends. Like my oatmeal raisins, I like when I can like bend them.
I'll read some of these other ones.
Go ahead.
Theme Park says, I like them like my women. Soft, warm, and gooey.
All right. Whoa, Theme Park Casual coming through, folks.
And it's stunning. Says, A sandwich would require 2 cookies. Yes, I do know that.
By the way,
It's an open-faced sandwich cookie.
by the way, let me say real quick, Mrs. Theme Park Casual has a lot of good food ideas, and Theme Park has actually posted a few of the spread of like all the meats and cheese boards and stuff like that.
Charcuterie boards?
I mean, so, you know,
Oh, cool.
he's got good company over there with his missus. So,
And Stunning says that the strawberries are cut into slices and put on top of the whipped cream. No, Belle said just one on the bottom is still a cookie, with everything on top is a dessert dish. I got a text. Let me see what this text is. Make sure it's before.
yeah.
We're stopped. They're stopping at a rest area ahead.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to stop the stream and then restart it, or just cover
Let's
it?
just keep going. No, I
We're
just
just
say just
gonna
keep
keep
going.
going.
Tell them
Okay.
we'll meet them at
The welcome area?
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's no point in us stopping. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll just we'll probably end the stream at the Texas at the welcome center then. And we'll make so sure we get some video of that Uncle Lou's fried chicken for y'all later today. Yeah, there was one point where there was like a debate of we're not going to fried chicken today, and I'm like, what? So
Hello.
hey, thank you everybody that's hanging with us.
Okay. Are you going to go to the welcome center still?
We are.
Okay. We'll see you at the welcome center then. Okay. Okay. Bye.
We got about 40 miles, 60 miles to Memphis, which I believe I think Memphis is up the border a little bit, so they're probably not that far from that. Well, 36 miles, I bet, just where the Tennessee Welcome Center is. So yeah. That's,
Well, I got
that's
to
not
go
far.
straight to the welcome center. So.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking is that'll be about 36 miles. So, because in about half.
Oh, I'll tell you how much it is. I forgot the thing go.
And we're using a Road Trippers app. This is I don't know if you'll tell everybody that maybe new with us what about the Road Trippers.
It's got its good points and it's got its bad points. Well, this still says 52 miles. It's not giving us an update. Yeah, we're not moving at all. Come on, Waze, tell us where we're going. It says we still have 52 miles. Road Trippers, it's an app. And what I like it for, it's really good for trip preparation. And if you want to, go directions from one stop to the next, it does not do multiple stops. Like I can't go from point A to point B to point C. It doesn't give me like the total time. You kind of have to figure it out. And it's hard once you get it on your phone to search for restaurants and things like that. It's a little harder. But it's really neat for planning because you can go on and you put your main points, and then you can look for stuff to do in between. Like we searched attractions, and like along our trip going from the Panhandle to Baton Rouge, it showed us that we could stop off and see Bamahenge, which was a fine fiberglass replica of Stonehenge, which was really kind of neat and a fun adventure. And then it showed us where to go to those scrap metal sports statues, which we saw and made some shorts of. So we found, and then the world's longest rocking chair, which was just in front of a furniture factory. But that was kind of fun because we could find those little things that help break the monotony of the trip, and some of them are at good spots where we can get out and just stretch our legs for a second when you're doing long drives. And so that was kind of neat. and it helps you find gas stations. So we kind of,
Oh, Oxford, Mississippi. Ugh, I wish I didn't realize we were coming so close to that Starkville. I would love to hit these two stadiums, but I think we'd be too far off the road.
yeah, we're not doing it. Love
Okay.
you, but no.
Okay.
We'll have to do a stadium trip. That would be fun.
Yeah.
To do a stadium tour where you just go and see all the different stadiums.
So far, University of Georgia is still the best.
Oh, he's got a picture of the shortcake one. Okay, I've got to look at it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay, I was thinking it was more where they took a cookie and like made a big like peak of whipped cream, and then more like truly like a strawberry shortcake, and just use the cookie as the cake part of it. But since the way it's done, it's you can still eat it as more of a cookie and not as you don't need a fork. If you need a fork, I don't consider it a cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Whoopa Troopa.
Whoopa!
You love some cake. Okay, we're asking everybody what their favorite type of cookie, not brand, but type of cookie is. And we've had a warm chocolate chip cookie that's soft and gooey. We've had Boza, did you say one?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, yes.
Oatmeal.
Did a smiley with the oatmeal, raisin, and whoopa, but no thing. I like cookies I make that are chocolate chip, but they're crispy, and they almost look like I know how to describe them. It's kind of like an anorexic chocolate chip cookie because you can see the chip sticking out. So there's like no dough.
The most interesting choice.
Well, I can't say because I was trying to figure it out, because the cookie is very thin, but you have the chocolate chips, and the chocolate chips, because of their chocolate chips, they don't get all melted. They kind of keep their shape some. Oh my gosh, it's just so good.
Anorexic,
and it's probably not the best description, but it's the only description I can think of. And I apologize I apologize for anyone if that bothered them. I didn't mean it to be bothersome. And Whoopa Troopa, his favorite are peanut butter cookies, especially the ones my family makes.
Oh, peanut butter's awesome.
Yeah,
too.
peanut butter's good too. I used to, yes, and I will say I prefer homemade cookies over a lot of store bought. Now, I do think that some of the smaller businesses that their cookies are good, but a lot of the big ones, even if they're quote fresh, they have ingredients that I don't care about. I don't like lard or anything that tastes like Crisco shortening in it. I like butter because I think that's a better taste. But very crunchy, very sugary. I could eat a whole batch of. Oh, does your family do the thing with the peanut butter cookies? Do they take the fork and make the little hash marks on the top and then put some sugar on top? Oh, yeah. That's the only way to make peanut butter cookies. And when I make peanut butter cookies, I use like it's a special kind of sugar. It's not like regular sugar. So it doesn't always get melty. It stays all crunchy on top. We have 7 people watching.
Wow, hey, welcome everybody. Thank y'all. Make sure to smash that like button.
Whoopa says, wait, let me get back. I'm sorry. Let's see. Whoopa says peanut butter cookies the way his family makes them. And he says hi to Theme Park Casual, because Theme Park Casual says hello to him. And Stunning says, yeah, the crumble cookies are the size of a donut. I have seen that. And then Whoopa says, my mom does make thin and crispy chocolate chip cookies as well. Hers are also much more salty than normal, which is like the sweet and savory, like sea salt caramel. Yeah, I agree. And then Belzette says, and Red Sit would be a hilarious name for a cookie brand.
What's that?
Anorexia.
Oh,
The dark humor is perfect. I don't know how to explain.
yeah.
Okay, you explain later.
Well, it's basically a play on your word
Oh.
earlier. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's ironic. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay, never mind. And then Whoopa says, my family makes peanut butter cookies, I think, without flour or something. It's very unique. I have seen peanut butter cookies made without flour. They are delicious. They are delicious. At one time, we had people in our family that could not have wheat. They had a gluten allergy or sensitivity. And so, we were making cookies, and I saw a flourless peanut butter cookie. Good.
Oh, you said wheat. I thought.
Yeah. Man, I don't make cookies a lot at home
Oh, but when you do.
because I eat them all.
No, I will tell you. I'm going to change it. One of the best damn things Mrs. ever made were for one of the kids' birthdays or for graduation. Forget cookies. They were the mini cupcakes. They were strawberry. They were like cream. They were like chocolate. Oh God, those
I
mini
picked on.
cupcakes.
We did lemon.
Yeah,
We did lemon,
Oh, man.
chocolate, and there was another, probably vanilla. I can't remember.
Those were like the best. Oh man.
I made hundreds of them. And Ruben, all of his favorite cookies are flat, which is the opposite of all my favorite women. Guys are so funny. He goes, yes, they're so much better that way, in my opinion, at least for peanut butter.
Yes.
Yes, I think because you don't take any of the it's all peanut butter, and you know what would be good if you did like a peanut butter, and like you say you like the salt and that, and instead of putting because that peanut, I do think they have a lot of peanut butter, and sugar is a lot of the main ingredient when you don't have the flour. Instead of putting sugar on top, because I always do the hashtags when I make peanut butter cookies, is to put a little bit of coarse salt on top and get that sweet, and like you said, that sweet and that savory. Oh my goodness.
So savory is what? Salty?
Savory is not sweet.
But not necessarily salty.
No, not necessarily salty, but they're like opposites.
Okay, I've always struggled with that term. So, see, savory to me is like a big pot of gravy that just, that's savory. Like a good old meatloaf with gravy. That's savory to me. Okay, people, we gotta kind of accelerate when you get over to the left.
Well, I think he was trying not to get hit by the semi.
Yeah.
They were doing their best.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do.
So we've gotten back onto food because we've done movies, and history, and food. Wow. And we have 9. Whoop, we had 9. Now we have 7.
Oh.
I chased 2 people away. I'm sorry.
Maybe the word history. Let's smash that like button. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We are almost out through the whole state of Mississippi. Should be coming up on the Tennessee border fairly soon.
And you can always tell when you get to the edge of a state, the roads get horrible. It's like they don't care.
Let the other guy pay for it.
Yes.
Something like that. But later today we'll be up to Tennessee.
We're going to be in Tennessee for long. We're really just going over to Tennessee to eat.
Aren't we really later? It's just Missouri, right?
Yeah, we're really just kind of kissing on the inside of Tennessee, and then we're going to be going right out to.
But we're going through the whole heart of Missouri, right? We're like going east to west.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me look at the map.
Yeah, thank you.
printed out our entire journey. I have a notebook for our entire trip because I am insane. And I had nothing better to do but that.
Well, you had to use up to 700 pages of ink printing pen.
Oh, this was Louisiana to Jackson. Oh, I got to get the other one.
Alrighty. But yeah, the missus has got backups among backups. We have paper maps, but she's also got printouts of everything between the two destinations.
This is Ridgeland too. We're going. We just left Ridgeland.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta put this one. This one goes somewhere else.
Which I tell you what is really nice because there've been times when the computer's been lagging or buffering. She's been able to pull out the folder and look at something.
So when we go into Ridgeland, we literally are just driving through the little tip of Tennessee, and then what's that state?
Arkansas? Wow, we're going to hit Arkansas twice. All right.
We're going to go kind of through the upper right-hand part of Arkansas, and then we're going to go across Missouri to get to Kansas City.
I can't wait to see what Missouri looks like. It's going to be a fascinating, beautiful state to drive through. I've never been there. I've seen all pictures of Arkansas, though.
Lupa goes up. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see, Lupa says.
Oh, hello. Now that's a nice
And then he goes, woo, Missouri. You're going through Springfield? I don't know if we're going through Springfield. There better be a bunch of and then Stunning says there better be a bunch of tins there, or I'll be very disappointed in Tennessee's false advertising. Har har har, har har har. And he says we'll look for the Simpsons in Springfield.
Yeah.
And Rufus says Missouri looks like farmland pretty much.
Yeah, that's what
And then
I
he
thought.
laughs at Stunning. Or laughs with Stunning, I'm not sure which it is.
Okay. Sorry, I just had to get through there.
Oh, that's okay.
That guy just kind of, he's driving in the left lane again.
Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Missouri. So Missouri looks like farmland.
Yeah, here's our maps. See? Wee maps. Oh, you can't see them.
I got a guy that's trying to get past me, so.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Are you going to the rest area first? I mean the Welcome Center?
Senatobia. 40 miles
I meant
from
Welcome
Memphis.
Center.
So we are getting towards our destination, folks. Uncle Lou's
It's only a couple
fried
miles
chicken,
away
so
from us.
we'll be probably ending our stream this morning when we hit the rest area.
Okay.
So, but we will definitely
Unless
have
there's
pictures
anything
of
you
the
want to
food
get there,
and
we're
short
only
meeting.
gonna, we're just
So-
kissing. If we were gonna be in Tennessee a lot, I would say go in there and get some information. But
Hey,
we're really just like kissing Tennessee and then leaving.
is it kissing Tennessee? Is that we keep saying that?
It's
Like
because we're just barely.
But is it
in
like kissing
Tennessee.
your cousin?
Yes, it's like kissing your cousin.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's usually Tennessee.
Okay, so go straight to the restaurant.
Oh, my kid, stop.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll see you there. Bye.
Oh my gosh, we stopped on a pint. It reminds me of what I used to say about the anyway.
We're going straight to the restaurant. We're not going to the other place.
Huh?
We're not going to the Welcome Center
Why not?
because we don't need to.
I wanted to stop there for a second. How far is it between there and the restaurant?
3
Huh?
miles.
Is
3
it?
miles.
Okay. All right. Because I was needing a break, but okay, if it's that close. How are we
Yeah,
doing on
it's
time?
right close to it.
How are we
It's,
doing on time though? What time is it?
give me a second.
That would be the only other reason is if we get there too early.
I got you.
Don't you love the plotting debates, the real life drama and strategy sessions as you're sitting back listening to us?
Okay, let's just do this.
Oh man, oh gosh. Thank God I got a clock from last night, folks. The hotel we stayed at had some,
955 north.
had some
This
kind
route is
of
7 minutes
fragrance
west
out
of
in it.
955 north.
Came
US
into the
51
room.
South Haven.
And before 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up coughing, clogged up because of whatever it was.
We'll get there around 10:55.
Okay, so we'll just go. Okay, that's fine. I just needing a break, but since it's that close, I'll push through.
It literally is like 2 minutes difference.
That's fine.
You need me to drive?
No, it's just I need to stretch my butt. My butt's going
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Senatobia. Okay, that sounds like a fake.
So like some out of
Country.
the Disney prequel, the Star Wars
Okay, let's see.
prequels.
Okay, let's get
South Senatobia.
south. Okay, Whoopa says Missouri looks like farmland pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And then when I made the joke about being laughed at or laughed with, Stunning said he's used to both. We always laugh with you, not at you.
Yep.
He said, Ruben says almost all the population of Missouri is located along 3 locations, I-70, I-55, and Springfield. Even then, I-55 doesn't have a ton of stuff on it. Haha. All from,
I think that's what we're going to, 55, isn't it?
I believe we are. Let me look at this.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the scouting report.
But we can look into, we can talk about the menu at Lou's. So we
Alright.
kind of know what we want to order.
Yeah, all right.
Because I printed the menus out too. At Lou's, they have sauce, a sauce that's called Sweet and Spicy Love. They have chicken tenders that are marinated in what they call their corruption seasoning. I'm not having chicken tenders. I've had chicken tenders out. They also have chicken.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Sorry, that's our thing telling us. So we can get like a meal that has a biscuit, a side, and a drink. I don't know what kind of drinks they have. They have chicken wings. They have hamburgers and cheeseburgers and a turkey burger.
Turkey burger. Okay.
They have fried okra here, honey.
Oh, yeah. Well, I might have to do some fried okra. Yeah, all right.
So you can get a 2-piece dark for $7.18. And that comes with a biscuit, a side, and a beverage. You can get a 4-piece dark for $9.58 with
The Symphonies is quarter chicken.
it just says 2 pieces.
Okay, that's quarter chicken. Okay. I tell you what I was thinking about was getting half a chicken and just taking 2 pieces on the road.
We could do that, or we could have a chicken and we could share. Oh, the look he just gave me, guys. When I said he could share his chicken. Oh my goodness, you'd think I asked him to give me a limb.
I did, a leg.
And then Whoopa says you are not going to, no, you're not going to I-55 because that is to St. Louis. Wait, I'll tell you which direction
okay.
we're going. Let me get the map here.
Well, that's right, 55. Yeah, because we're in Memphis. That would take us up to St. Louis. Yeah.
We are after Lou's. We are, let me second. After Lou's, we are going 240. Then we're going. Well, we are going a bit toward St. Louis for a little bit. It says we're going to take I-55. It says we're taking I-55. And then for part of the way, and then I don't know where we're going. Take I-55 part of the way, and then we're going to US 63, maybe. And then we're on 63, it looks like, and then 44 west. And then 49 north.
Okay.
I don't know.
We got pictures that tell us which way we're going, so.
We got a device that says, turn here. Turn here.
When we can hear it.
Missed.
U-turn.
U-turn.
Oh my gosh, that was funny yesterday when you couldn't hear it at the time. It was like quiet.
Well, it depends on what sodas they have, whether I want a soda or not.
Alright.
So I might get it without a drink.
Okay. Hello everybody. Thank you for hanging with us today.
Or they have
This is
tea.
hilarious.
Oh, I might have to have Tennessee tea.
Is that different than
I don't
tea?
know. Southern tea.
Southern tea, yeah.
So, do you guys drink iced tea where you live? I don't know either, Whoopa. I'm kind of, was just kind of looking at the map and it confused me. I just was reading numbers I saw. So, who knows? Yeah, we're going to be on 55 for a little bit and then we're going to go somewhere else.
There to the northwest at some point.
So, do you like iced tea? There's some people that don't like iced tea. They think tea should be hot, and that's it. The great tea debate.
Well, that thing is sweet tea or unsweet tea. Because us Southerners love our sweet tea, but south of I-4 in Florida, it's like Southern New York, where sweet tea is a foreign thing.
I think sometimes they.
The tea debate is multifaceted.
Yeah, I don't know, Whoopa. I'll be honest with you. Looking at it kind of confused me. And the map, it doesn't give the little illustration of the map doesn't give us a great.
It's possible we could be doing U.S. highways, not necessarily interstates, though, too. So, depending if it's correct route.
Because let's see, where are we?
Oh, that's a pretty picture I'll turn in.
Yeah, well, I missed it.
Sorry.
It's one.
Yeah, but it was still beautiful on both sides.
So, after we leave Uncle Lou's, it eventually takes us on the I-50 north for a little bit.
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Rupa loves iced tea. Oh, Your Old Toys is here. Hi, Your Old Toys. And Stunning and Brave says, I'm sure there's a teabag joke in there somewhere. I'm sure there is too, and as soon as I said it, I knew that, and I just kept hoping if I would just keep talking, maybe it would be ignored. But it wasn't, so. But it has us going on to, let's see, I-95 north for I-55, sorry.
Yeah.
For, I don't know, just a little bit. And then it says for us to take I-55 for a bit. And then we go to US 63 North for a little bit. And then, then we're going to a gas station. So Dad's telling us to drive off at the gas station. And then we get back onto, it says to take US 65 North for just a, and then we're going to take, what are we taking for US 60, and then we're kind of getting into Kansas. So that's what it looks like.
Could be U.S. highways and stuff, not necessarily interstate.
Well, it just says U.S.
Yeah.
I think I is interstate and U.S. is highway.
Yeah.
So.
But that's all right. So,
We'll get.
All right.
But we're on a journey to Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken in Memphis, Tennessee. And then we have a lot of driving after that.
About 3 of the 11 hours out of the way here. So thank you for hanging with us this morning. Like we said, we'll be cutting it off in a little bit, but hey, definitely join us later today because we'll take some pictures, do some stuff, and probably come
Is
back.
that the one? That's not the wow.
No, that's not.
That's the most gold-looking rust area. Everything is like brass or gold
I wonder
looking.
if the toilets are brass.
The reflection was like a marble almost.
But yeah, we'll probably will do some more streaming later today or towards the evening when things kind of help pass the time.
Yes. But we need our friends to chat with.
Yes.
Oh, we
Exactly.
missed you. It's nice. It's kind of nice because I was kind of sad that I wouldn't be able to. Like, I can't play Fortnite or any of my other video games, Destiny. So I wouldn't be able to talk with anybody, but we can kind of do it through chat, and that's kind of nice.
Although some of our things may eventually become more recorded and uploads because not sure within some of the parts up north in South Dakota and Wyoming if what the reception will be like. You know, we've had some experiences in rough spots here in Mississippi, Louisiana. So, you know, we'll do what we can as we can.
Well, I'm hoping in Yellowstone that at some point I'd like to get up early and just set up the camera and just watch the sunrise, or vice versa, just watch the sunset.
Could do both.
Because we are spending. That's the only place we're spending 2 days. We're in 2 separate hotels, but we are spending 2 days in Yellowstone. So I think one of the hotels that we're staying at Yellowstone is a very fancy. It's a very fancy hotel. And the other one it doesn't even have a bathroom. We have to share a bathroom.
We're college dorms.
So we're going from one extreme to the other. Yeah. And it was because of availability because they're like totally booked out. So we were fortunate to get the rooms we got.
Well, we're going to have a nice dinner one night at least, so that's good.
Yeah.
Scenic Route 304.
go into Memphis. It's really, I didn't realize Memphis was pretty much on the corner of Tennessee.
I knew it was. I didn't realize. I knew it was on the Mississippi River, but I knew it was kind of. It was on.
Police reported ahead.
Police reported ahead. All right, thank you.
I tell you, if you guys use Waze, it's really nice because it tells you about detours, and people are reporting them.
Road debris.
Road debris,
It's actually
and
pretty accurate.
because people are reporting it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's almost like real-time reporting.
Yeah.
And that's kind of neat.
Memphis 17 miles. So.
17 miles. Whew.
Having a good time, safe, sober, and distraction free. Yep.
Collierville and Tunica, not Tunisia, Tunica.
Yep. The casinos.
Oh, Brian says eastbound. Let's kind of remove. There we go. Brian says eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
There you go. Thanks, train. What a song. And then westbound down, you just reverse to westbound. Kind of.
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Right, so.
Look and see. Tell them if it's still there or not. It's still there.
Nice places out here. Nice and spread out. Base stations. What these
Yeah.
look like.
Well, the big reason we like Waze is, and it's probably the same as Cobra Bells. It's just basically why I started using Cobra. Their radar system came out before Waze and started the social networking speed traps and debris. Well, I don't necessarily consider that they're speed traps. I mean, because sometimes the police are just sitting there.
Watch out.
A lot of them,
Vehicle
they're
on
just,
shoulder ahead.
doing their job. But
Well, until the old. If you ever want to hear something, the town
There's-
of Waldo, Florida.
there's some
used
that
to
are
be-
speed traps. That's their whole.
Yeah, they were set up just to write tickets there.
Yes,
If
exactly.
you were 2 miles an hour over the speed limit in Waldo, you got a ticket.
Yeah.
It's so bad they really got shut down hard.
Well, I think they what they consider a speed trap is a county or something that a certain percentage of their revenue is through tickets, and so they make it where they give tickets, and that's what they.
Yeah. Which is like Waldo, Lodi, all
Yeah.
that 301 for years.
Probably 75% of their revenue was
Well,
through
the thing is,
tickets.
Tripway issued warnings to people about that, and actually
Yeah.
put billboards outside the towns of Lodi and Waldo
Yeah.
to tell them. Because I mean, you get tickets for 2 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Yeah.
You know, like the things that are like really ridiculous.
I hated going through those towns.
Well, I set cruise control at 35. I would set cruise control for as low as I could, 5 miles under the speed limit.
Yeah.
I
It's
just was not going to fart with it.
Yeah. It's a speed trap.
Admiral Akbar's voice. It got to be near Tennessee, but I will
Yeah,
tell
we
you.
are.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh, my little stopped playing because I went away from when I went and checked the.
yeah, but we're definitely going to say thank y'all, everybody. We'll probably, when we get across the border, we'll probably be looking to go ahead and get the street pretty
Yeah.
soon, so we can get to where we're going and kind of make sure we don't miss our turns. But definitely look for us later today at some point.
Yeah. 69.
69 north.
Sorry.
Who's got north? Who's got cut south.
But it's a trap. Oh, sorry.
Oh boy, my butt is numb. Actually, my right leg. Oh, we gotta get up and stretch. So, okay, it's about time to have a good lunch.
I'm sure they do about that. I'm sure some of them do, but I do think some of them are. And if you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law, and that's how I kind of feel about it. If I'm speeding and they catch me, I'm not going to complain.
Well, you told me once.
Because I'm choosing to go over the speed limit. But it's the ones when you're not doing anything and you get pulled over. And I got pulled over once, and I was driving a car that there's no way it could have gone the speed they said I was going. And while I was driving, a red sports car passed me going extremely, extremely fast, and they clocked the red sports car, but they pulled me over, and he was kind of very cocky with me, saying that, I think why I pulled you over. And I looked at him and I said, no, officer, I don't. He goes, you were speeding excessively. And I said, officer, I said, you're mistaken. I said, there was a red sports car that passed me that was who you clocked. He said, it wasn't me. And you could tell the look in his eyes was, crap, I pulled over the wrong person. And he kind of came back out and he says, I'm just going to give you a warning this time. And I probably should have done a little more. But I just wanted to get out of there because I didn't want to poke the bear, so I just left.
Yep.
But it kind of afterwards, I kind of got mad. Yes, theme parks, breaking the law. I can't do the
Who said that?
theme park casual.
Oh, hey, theme park's still with us. Yeah, breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Yes, and some of them can be assholes.
Yes.
But I've also know that
Small
there could be
towns.
some drivers that can be assholes
Especially
too.
in small towns, you just yep,
Yeah.
smile and nod.
Yeah, if I get a ticket, I just sit there, I'm like, yes, sir. I just don't necessarily want the whole lecture. It's like, yes, I know I broke the law. I did it on purpose.
Make a
the whole
motion
thing.
to move forward with the
Just
expense
to
of that.
please give me my ticket so I can go pay it.
Exactly. We're assigned for traffic school.
I've done traffic school once. Oh my gosh, it was horrific. I think I'd almost rather pay the ticket. So,
Yeah. We are still in Mississippi. Dang. It's a big old state, folks. Actually, I think when we're done, and when we do the recap thing, we need to take it out of this section of the thing and show what did we. We've almost told we will have done 3 of the 4 sides of Mississippi.
oh wow.
Yeah. It's like.
I think we should take 3 minutes out of each highway shot video we did, and so people can see how everything looks the same. And no matter what state you're in.
I don't know, these trees in Mississippi do look different than I-10 in Florida, so I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's not quite the same.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Pad Wannabe has just came in.
Hey, Padawannabe, welcome. Welcome, good to see you.
He goes, hate to say this, but your story gives me another tad of distrust from police. I was too close to them for too long and can't forget what I heard. It's almost just reinforced the jerk stereotype. I do agree that a lot of them, they become a little power trippy. I do agree with that. And that's sad because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But yeah, I do agree that we're in Tennessee.
Woo! The volunteer state.
Yay!
Play old Rocky Top. Woo!
Rocky
God, I
Top.
hate that damn freaking song.
Rocky Top Data. Where?
God. I played a whole damn song for a friggin' week to piss myself off in Florida Lake, Tennessee. Anyway. But it's sickly addictive, though.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, I think on that note, since did you want to go ahead and kind of?
How far are we?
I'm not sure.
Probably about,
We're pretty close out to where we have to turn.
I'd go ahead and let's go ahead.
So on exit 2, you're going to turn right.
Okay, well let me
So
get
this
over.
one right up here, we need to turn.
Let me go ahead and say goodbye to everybody while the missus gets ready to shut the stream down. We will come back later, maybe in a couple hours when we're back on the road at some point, whether it's right immediately or a little bit later. But look for us in the early afternoon. Come back and make plans to hang with us. And we're going to be on the road probably till 8 o'clock tonight Central Time. So at some point we'll go off and on and different things. But hey, just look for us. Make sure you hit the notifications to know when we go live. And we also tweet it out. So follow us on Twitter, Dadman55. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends, bring more in. We'll have a big party road trip and all that night. Bye all. See you later.
Bye. I can't look at the chat.